It's the end. Welcome to my channel. Okay, so today I wanted to talk to you about the healings that I experienced from after I attended my first inner awakening with Swamiji in India. Actually, it was in Varanasi, India. So, I've just been seeing this a lot in my life lately. I've been seeing people struggle with their health and just like having such a hard time not being able to function in their everyday life because of their health. And I just think, man, I just wish that these people would just be able to go to inner awakening, and just because it would just heal all of those problems that they're having. So I thought that I would share a video of the list of health problems that I had throughout my life and up until the time that I attended my first inner awakening, that were healed directly as a result of taking that inner awakening. So as far as the mental illnesses, I have struggled with alcoholism and addiction my entire life, since, I don't know, 12, 13 years old. I've been to countless rehabs, detoxes, over and over and over, like a cycle through my 20s. Like, I can't even count on one hand how many times that I attempted to get clean and stop using drugs and stop drinking alcohol. I was constantly in rehab, detoxes, jails even. Nothing worked for me. Like, I was a hopeless alcoholic and drug addict. So that issue was going on. I was diagnosed with migraines at the age of, I was in second grade. I don't know how old I was. So I was diagnosed with migraines and depression. By the age of 13, I was clinically diagnosed as depressed. Not only that, I had seizure disorder when I was younger. I didn't have a problem with the seizure when I went to IA, but I'm just telling you, like, the medical history of myself. So diagnosed depression, diagnosed attention deficit disorder. I had been on medication for ADD since I was maybe 14 or 15. I started taking medication because I couldn't concentrate, I couldn't focus, I couldn't finish a task, I couldn't, like, keep the room clean, the house clean, the car clean. I was losing things constantly. So these are the things that I struggled with as far as mental disorders. Also, in 2009, I was in a car accident, so I had many physical injuries left over from that, and also post-traumatic stress disorder from the car accident as well. So the physical injuries were, I had a metal plate in my right arm here. I had a tube inserted in my lung. I had a collapsed lung, and my entire right foot was completely destroyed. Like, my right heel just didn't exist. So what the doctors did was they went back in and they took this putty and they basically molded me a new heel, and then they bolted it into my bone with metal, and they fused the subtalar joint to seal it. So any kind of this motion, going right and left, like my foot can go up and down with limited motion, but right and left was not possible. So basically balancing, the doctor said that would not ever be possible, and I would be lucky if I even was able to walk again. I should just be happy with that, because they weren't sure that I was going to be able to walk. So they said it was the worst injury that they had seen that was not amputated. They basically just restructured my foot to make it aesthetically correct, because they didn't really believe that I would be walking. So that was in 2009, and I went to see Swamiji in 2014, mainly because I was in so much pain from the injury to my ankle and my heel, and I just wanted to be able to live and function and have a normal life and be able to do the things that I wanted to do. I wanted to learn to surf, and I didn't think it was going to be possible with my foot like that. And also, I was going through a serious kidney stones. I had kidney stones, and I had severe pain in my left side. Like, it felt like I was being stabbed with a knife in my left side from these kidney stones. And I had had 3 surgeries for endometriosis. So endometriosis, kidney stones, attention deficit, depression, post-traumatic stress disorder, and then also the physical pain from my foot. Those are the health concerns that I had when I went into inner awakening. And when I came out, the kidney stones are gone now, and I didn't pass any kidney stones. So, but they're not there. If you took a X-ray or whatever, the doctors are not going to find kidney stones. So that was completely healed. The attention deficit is no longer a problem. I focus very easily and intensely and finish many, many tasks. Like, I'm able to travel around the world with my son since he was 4 years old. Someone with ADD, there's no way that they would be able to keep everything together in order to do that, to be organized enough and plan enough to be able to travel with a 4-year-old is not something that is going to be fun if you have attention deficit. So the attention deficit's gone. As far as my ankle and my heel, well, I mean, now I'm an avid surfer. I surf, 3 to 4 times a week, which requires all those things: balance, agility, strength, but I'm able to do it. And I also practice yoga 6 times a week. Every morning, a very difficult asana practice, and I am able to balance on that foot. And it's getting longer and longer. Like, the first time I was able to lift that foot up and not fall over, I'm talking just 1 second, I was so happy, and that happened immediately. That happened during inner awakening. And then just, it's healed more and more and more. But basically, and the depression, I don't struggle with depression anymore. I might fall into depression for a few days, and it's usually due to some kind of change in my morning routine, or change in my diet or something like that. But it's not something that I stay in, that I would ever be diagnosed with clinical depression. There's just no way. I live my life every day how I want to live it. I'm my own boss. I have my own company. I work for myself. I get to surf every day. I get to do yoga. I get to take care of my son. I get to do active things with him. I get to teach him how to surf and hike and do all these fun things that I never thought I would be able to do. When I came out of that car accident, I thought my life was over. And inner awakening completely changed that. Not only that, the whole digestion, any kind of digestion thing that I had going on was completely healed with the Nirihara Samnima. It was basically like a reset button. It just reset my whole body. And I didn't have any problems with diet, food. I became vegetarian. I was a meat eater my entire life. I never thought I would be able to stop eating meat, and it literally just dropped away. I never had the desire for it or wanted it again, and I never went through any kind of like muscle loss or energy drain from not having it in my life. So I hope that if anyone is out there struggling with any kind of health issue, that you look into Inner Awakening. I think www.innerawakening.org is the website where you can contact me, and I will direct you to it, and so much of healing will happen to you. I just heard someone just today, a friend of mine who's struggling with health issues, and it makes it difficult for her to get up and practice yoga in the morning, and it's like, man, I just wish like that everyone would just go and just spend the 21 days. And I mean, it's your life. It's like, it's your life. It's your quality of life. If you don't have your health, I mean, what do you have? So anyway, I'm very, very happy and very grateful that all these blessings have happened in my life after meeting Swamiji, and I just wanted to share that with you guys. I hope that this helps you.